Hi everyone, so I'm going to try to do a one-sheet wonder using this cute little moose that I found online. It's a digital stamp called a Digi-Stamp, and so it's like a stamped image, only you print it on paper, and I could make it whatever size I wanted to, but I did 9 on one piece, and I've already colored all of the rest, but I'm going to go ahead and color him in front of you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to use him in a one-sheet wonder where I make 9 cards, or maybe it's not even a one-sheet wonder, I don't know yet, but I'm going to use them on something, and this is the first step of that, so I'm going to just bring you guys along, trying to make it so it doesn't take so long when I'm doing my one-sheet wonders. Now some of these markers are not the best, so I think I found a dark one that does work, yes. So I start with my dark, and I am just coloring some of the outline of this cute little moose. I'm going to go ahead and color his little hooves. Okay, and then I'm taking a lighter color, I think. Well, that one's not too much lighter. Let me try a different one. Some of these are just not working very much anymore. I have another set of alcohol markers, but oh, this is a dark one too, or I wanted the lighter one. So I'm just coloring him in lighter, and then I am trying to blend then I'm going to use this dark one again and go over his hooves. And then I'm going to use this really light one for his antlers. And I didn't even use any shading or anything, I'm just coloring them straight. And the cupcake wrapper. Then I'm going to color his coffee mug. And his chair. And for any of you guys that are wondering, I'm using Touch 5 markers that you can get on Etsy or Amazon, I believe. You can get them there too. I do not have a link. If I can find one, I will post it, but honestly, I got these a long time ago, several months ago, probably more than 2 years ago, but so they've lasted for a while. And I have another set that I can use. I just am using what I have handy. And then I'm going to take a lighter blue and color in his little ottoman. And try to find a brown that will work. That one works. Do his the little lining of the ottoman, and then I want to make it a chocolate cupcake with pink icing and a red cherry on top. Oops. And I forgot to color the leg of the chair. And that is that. So I will be back with more in just a little bit. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and I have all of the little moose colored and cut, and I've picked out the paper that I want to use. I'm using this pretty blue paper that I don't know where I got. It was in my cardstock. And then I'm also using this paper and this paper from this card stack that is Autumn Dream, and I believe this was either from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm not sure exactly which, but I just pulled them out of here. So instead of doing like a one sheet wonder, I thought that I would do, here's the first one, and there's, actually that's not the second one, that's an orangey one, but the other one is more brown. I don't really need to show it to you in here. I'm sure you guys believe me that it is indeed in here, I promise. And I'm not finding it right this second. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There it is. So I thought this was a really pretty paper stack, so I'm using that. And we're going to do the two cards. Like, one is an easier, more basic card that looks like this. And the other one is just a little bit more complicated, just a little bit more pizzazz, and it looks like this. So I thought that this was really cute. And you know what? I think I'm also going to clip the sides of the card too. So we're going to make a total of 9 cards, and I've already made this one and this one, so a total of 7 more. And I thought that I would do that with you so that you guys could see the steps that I take, because I know that sometimes it's hard. Now, I did put these little paper clips. I put one on this, but I don't think I'm going to use these for the other cards. I just don't like it. I mean, it's not bad, but I think I liked it better without it. I was just adding some embellishment to kind of make it even a little more fancied up, I guess. So you can do whatever you want, and it kind of depends on the card itself on what you want to include, but I decided that I'm not going to include those. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide how many of each I want, and since this makes 9 cards, I'm going to do I think I'll do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 that are fancied up, so a total of 5 that are fancied up and a total of 4 that aren't. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut, or not cut, but whatever this is called, round the edges of these. I'm kind of wondering, I should maybe round the edges of the actual card itself too, or the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and round those edges as well. And I'm using my 1/4 inch just because I thought it went nicely with the scalloped edge of the accent piece of cardstock. And I did go ahead and use the scalloped edge on all of them. I could have not done that, I guess, for the basic cards, but you know, I guess you can step it up. So then I should have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm not even using these for the other one, am I? You know what? I'm going to just use the inside. So how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut these so that they are at 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. So these are for the insides of the basic cards. And to show you how to make an A2 sized card, I thought that I would go ahead and trim one of them with you. So you take just a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and you score it at 4 1/4 on the short side. So in half, it's 8.5, and you're scoring it at 4 1/4, so it's halfway. And then you're going to cut it halfway, which would make you cutting it at 5.5 because it's 8.5 by 11 to start. And that's all you do. So that card is ready, and there should be 4 left because each one makes 2. And then I cut these 5.5 by 2 inches, and I have this left over, so I'm just going to keep this in my pack. And then I took a punch and I just scallop punched one edge of this. Just like that. And I think that's about everything. So then I want to also round these guys for 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I'm going to take the 1/4 inch side, just round that edge, and round that edge, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Around that edge, and this one. I think that's all the rounding that I need to do. And once you have your things picked out and your pieces cut and trimmed, then you are pretty, I mean, it makes things go so quickly. I just like to do it like an assembly line like this. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half. And crisp the edge. Now my aunt used to do cards like this and I always thought that that was fun. She still does. I don't know why I said used to. But I'm just going to take my tape runner and run it down the edge, and then you literally just put it in the card and you can fold the card and it puts a nice little piece of cute paper on the inside. Just kind of makes it look neat. So this one's a rounded one, so there's a rounded one. I'm going to do all of my rounded ones like that. And one more. So there we go. There's all of those, and I'm just going to crisp the edges up of that. Hey, babe. And I'm going to put the rounded ones over there. Crisp this up. Put the rounded ones over there. 1, 2, 3. I have an extra because each one makes 2, and I did 5 pieces, which would make 10 cards, but I only have 9 pictures because I printed 9 on one. So then I'm going to just put these on the inside. So 1, 2, and this is just regular copy paper. 3. So you don't always have to use fancy cardstock and stuff, but I mean, it is nice, but you don't always have to. There's that. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, so then I'm going to go ahead and put these down and see how you kind of do everything assembly line style. It seems to work out best for me anyway. And I'm just going to center this kind of in the middle. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Then I'm just going to place this on the edge. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do these 3 little mooses. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Woo. Well, that isn't doing what it's supposed to do, is it? Sorry if you can hear my husband. He's doing the landscaping out there, so, or whatever it's called, weed eating. Landscaping. And those are done. Very cute, if I say so myself. And then I kind of like these cards too because they can be used for whatever you want them to be used for. And then for this one, I am going to rough this up, and this is exactly how I'm roughing it up. So 1, I'm going to have 4 of these. If it rips a little bit, that's okay. 2, 3, 4, and you just open them up. And if you don't think it's good enough, you can do it again. Sometimes I like to just do it just because it's kind of nice to, I don't know. I mean, you don't get to do this very often when you're crafting. But I thought that the rustic kind of look was cute with those, with the little moose. I don't know. It worked for me. So then what I'm going to do is find the edge that I rounded the corners on. Goodness. And this time I want to put a little more tape on it because it's going to be, it's all roughed up. And I want the rounded corners to be on this side, on the right side of the card. So I'm just going to put those down on all 4 of them. rounded corners are over here. The rounded corners are over here. And they are here. So that's that for all 4 of those, and then I should have 4 of these. Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and put tape on the back. And then I'm going to take some twine and just wrap it around a couple or 3 times. And then snip it off. I'm only sticking this side down for the second, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. So again, give myself enough room. And if I run out of this twine, I have other twine. So I'm just sticking down the left side. That's not going to be enough, so I can use this thicker one that I have plenty of. The last one. And if some reason your measurements are off, you can always trim those edges if it sticks out. And I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on the back of my little picture. Now, as I said yesterday when I was coloring them, I did the little snippet of the video. These are digi-stamps, digital stamps that you just purchase. Some are free, and you print them yourself and color them yourself. So I'm going to put just a little extra glue on each one because it is sticking to the piece that I kind of mangled on purpose. And then I'm just tucking it in, and you couldn't see that, and I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Let me put this down so you can see better. Oh, not that. I am going to take this and tuck it in where the scallops are, just a little bit. Hopefully you can see that one better. So again, I just tuck it into the scallops. So when I'm showing you guys these cards, I don't expect you guys to have the same things that I have, or you know, I just want to give you ideas, some of how you can do it and how you can use your stuff to make a card similar and, you know, still really cute and kind of hopefully inspire you in some way. You know, yours doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but you could use the exact structure if you wanted to, or the pattern, I guess, if you wanted to, and make the card your own. Now that guy is crooked. Let me see if I can fix that a little. Is that better? Yes. See, there's that. So all I'm doing now is just taking the twine and tying it in a little knot. And I'm just making it so it stays together and looks cute. And if they're too long, obviously you can trim them, whatever. You could wrap it around each other so that they're all stuck together, however you want to do it, whatever you like. And this is the last one. You could think this could be a ribbon and you did a bow. It could be a contrasting piece of cardstock. It could be some lace if it was called for that. So there we go. There are the fancier version and then the basic version. But 9 cards, super quick, you know, very similar, yet fun to make and fun to give. So there you go, kind of just fancy and fun, and these are just basic and fun. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.